I'm Eric Karbeling, I'm a painter and designer, and I am just getting to Oklahoma City for the Plaza Mural Festival that I'm super pumped about. But I kind of messed up. I only had the rental car through here. I'm gonna have to return this one and get a new one, but I made a big mistake and did not get them at the same location. I've got a little time left. I have to go pick up the new one right now, move all my stuff over because there's a ton of paint and everything in here, drive this one back, find a way back over, then I can finally get started. Thought I was cruising, thought I had stuff figured out, but no. Another fun reality of what this stringing this tour together is. And I guess I hit rush hour in Oklahoma City, but I have just enough time, it looks like, till they close in about 20 minutes. See what happens. Really an honor to get chosen. This was one that I applied to and really didn't have much connection to, and a lot of them don't work out, so I am so happy to be here. Unfortunately, it's been kind of raining most of the day, but kind of works out because I needed to work out my sketch, so gonna use the time wisely, hang out with my friends that are here, and actually get my laundry done. Got our sketches together, rain kind of stopped, and luckily we're staying really close, so walk down to the festival to kind of check everything out and hopefully get started. This seems like everyone's going to be in one spot right next to each other, so it's going to be really fun painting with so many people all at once. And the level that you can see that the team has put into organizing this is probably of the best I've ever experienced. It's so awesome to be in an event like this where there's so much care put into every detail, and this wall is going to be such a perfect size that I'm not overwhelmed. I can enjoy everything and have so much fun. All the textures on this wall actually make it so I don't need to use a grid. I can just use those as the referential markings that I can figure out where the sketch goes and just get started drawing it and go from there. The textures do look really harsh and kind of crazy on the wall, but I know they're going to totally disappear because of the way I paint once I'm all done. Was too excited and just got started immediately. Didn't realize that two of my other neighbors are good friends of mine, Will Heron from Dallas and George F. Baker III from Atlanta. Got that sketch into a good spot, a little more complicated of a composition than usual, but I'm getting a lot faster and better practicing so much these days. There's also a museum show going on that we went to that was featuring some of the artists from the festival, and such a cool exhibit, something I'd never really seen like this in a museum, and cool to know that these kind of things are happening in Oklahoma City. We kept going when we got back because so many people were still up painting, and it was so much fun to hang while it's going on. Get to spend time with all the other artists and see their paintings come to life, not just being stuck in my wall and having no idea what happened and just seeing the finished pieces. This is so much more fun to actually see all their progress too. Can't stay too late, knowing that I need to get supplies in the morning because I need to get the right colors for this piece. Alright, now we got everything ready. Now we can get started, no more rain. It was good to spin around in Home Depot not alone. Way more artists here today working, no rain happening. This is going to be a great day to prepare for the big festival tomorrow. Chris is one of the founders of this, and you can tell how much care he puts into it. When you see the festival director just shoveling dirt off the sidewalk, you know you're in the right place with people who really care about what they're doing and bringing it to their community. And that makes me all the more inspired to paint the absolute best I can because everyone here cares so much about every part of it. Now I'm getting lost in the squiggles, having so much fun, but going color by color to build up the image to make sure that the right parts of the chameleon are reading. I put the higher value or lighter greens on the top and the darker ones on the bottom, so it kind of makes a bit of dimension. As long as I have this structure kind of locked in, I can't really mess it up as I just keep going wild, adding all the colors and the other sections like the flowers and the branches that are going to be within here too. It's always really inspiring to paint in a group like this and watch other artists do their thing because I can tell that they get the same feeling out of their work. Even though we paint so differently, I'm always so glad watching other people that I found a way to express myself where I get to feel completely free and get the same thing out of it they do, even if it comes out in a totally different way. Alright, got into a good spot finishing up. I got all the brushwork done and so I'm so happy, and
Also feeling crazy lucky again with this spot, and like so many friends here that now's the artist dinner and it's right where I'm painting. So it's feeling like I'm on a crazy lucky streak with having, just like last week with the party that kind of happened at my wall, this being the center of it again. Like none of this was planned, none of this, I had no expectation of any of this. I'm just like, I really again don't know what to say. So pack it all up, have dinner with everybody. A few people probably still be painting, and tomorrow is when it really gets all crazy. There's been plenty of people coming through, but the amount of support for this is really unreal. So I'm in a good spot to just be painting all day, or not, in a good spot to just kind of get the stuff dialed in, and then kind of, I guess, be showing off the other half.
Here's to 6 more years, y'all.
Today is the day of the main festival. I think they have all the streets closed down. Hopefully I'm getting there early enough. I'm gonna get everything kind of planned out with my shading, and I don't have to be like thinking too much when it gets really crowded, and it's gonna be really, really fun. Everyone's been so nice, so excited to see all the community support and just put that kind of energy back into the piece.
Yeah, it looks like today is going to be no joke, but they are absolutely doing everything they can to put on such an amazing event. I can hardly recognize the same alley I've been walking every day. Everyone's made so much progress. All the different artists showing up is so incredible, and crazy what can happen when you put this many artists together and how much can change in even just a few days. Even though I'm used to doing this kind of stuff, this still was mind-blowing for how much it changed. Usually it's not the best when walls get painted over every year, but I think it's really cool how they do this in this one area, so everybody here knows that every year and every so often when they have these festivals that everything changes over, so it becomes a really big event to go and check everything out and puts even more focus on all the art being created. My wall's gonna be a little more difficult to paint today because there's not gonna be as much space with all the crowds, but I think I can get it done. Only option for the camera today was way further back. You can kind of see what's going on as I'm painting, but really you get a way better feel for how much was going on, how much excitement was happening, how much the community came out. Since I had everything kind of planned out, I was able to get to a good spot really fast and wanted to go check everything out because there's so much stuff going on. All kinds of cool different local vendors, a lot of art focused stuff, musicians. I think there were multiple stages throughout. Got to finally see some of the murals come to completion that I hadn't really seen throughout the rest of it, and just keep wandering around. And everywhere I looked, there was more and more to see, and it seemed like everybody was really having such a genuinely great time and having something amazing to do, supporting the art in their community. One of the really cool things they had also is a wall that was really just a free-for-all, so if they were excited about it, they could get in on the action too and paint whatever they wanted. After being inspired by all of that walking around, time to finish mine up and just add those last bits of details in there.
Just finished up. I'm so happy with how it turned out, but I'm just so blown away and feel so lucky that I've been getting able to do this and like get to do really whatever I want on these walls, and getting so lucky with where the spot is. So as I finished up, like this unreal little b-boy party started, getting everybody excited. The crowd is way too big over by the wall. That's why I stepped into Dusty's workshop, which also, like, Dusty's the man, Chris, everyone that involved with this. Thank you guys so much. This was such an unreal experience. Like, you guys put in so much work, and the community clearly is all about it. It means so much to show up somewhere. I have no idea what to expect, and just be blown away by the love that you guys have cultivated in this community for what it is, this weird stuff that we do, and just putting paint on the walls every day. So I'm so blown away, and like what's going on right in front of my wall is just feel like the luckiest guy in the world once again.
Everyone was so good. It was so, I still can't describe what it was like having this happening right at my wall. Spent the rest of the time hanging out with everyone, just enjoying everything else going on, and seeing all the walls and all the amazing things being created, and just feeling lucky to get to do the things like this that I get to do.
So it's a little weird walking down this alley and not seeing George and Will and everybody painting, but Had to come back and get the final shots. This was such an unreal week. Thanks, Chris, Dylan, Dusty, Virginia, every one of the volunteers. This was unreal. Everything about it. The whole city of Oklahoma City that came out for it. So lucky to have been a part of it, and here's the final piece.